Mohamed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairship, and I would like to thank my honourable friend from Hertford and Stortford for bringing this important debate. Everybody in this room and every educationalist across the country, our aim is to get the best version of every child throughout their ages, from kindergarten through primary, secondary, and whatever path they choose to take going forward, whether it's university or apprenticeships. However, where we are with our education system and our assessment system doesn't help us get to that point. As we've heard, our exam system is pushing young people to their limits. Now, for some, exams are the right tool, and they are excited by them, and they are built for the exams, and they will show the best version of themselves. But for many, exams are not that vehicle. Last summer, nearly 2/3 of students sitting their GCSEs and A-levels said they struggled to cope, with many reporting panic attacks, self-harm, and even suicidal thoughts. Over 1/3 of 10 and 11-year-olds said SATs made them feel ill, and more than half worried about their abilities for the first time. These figures tell us something is profoundly wrong. Our assessment system is damaging the very young people it is meant to serve. We have created an environment where success is defined by performance in these few or many of the few hours of high-stakes exams, rather than by sustained learning or genuine understanding. Only around 5% of primary school leaders believe SATs reflect a child's true ability, and just 3% think they accurately measure school performance. Exams are meant to measure learning, not resilience under stress. We need a system that uses a fairer mix of assessment methods, combining exams with casework, project work, and modular or digital assessments to better reflect the diverse strengths of every student. I will give way.
I thank the honourable member for giving way. Does the member agree with me that I don't think that exams even test resilience? I consider myself to be quite a resilient person, but I used to hate exams, and even though I retook my A-levels and succeeded in getting them, for years afterwards I used to have dreams about not having passed my A-levels, and I don't think that's an uncommon story.
Iqbal Mohamed.
I thank my honourable friend for his intervention, and I absolutely agree. After my last exam at university, I promised myself that I was never going to take another exam. And even before I became an MP, not since, I've had nightmares where I believe I've got an exam in the morning and I haven't revised. And that is a common feeling amongst many. This debate follows Parliament's approval of the Mental Health Bill yesterday. And I spoke about remembering the importance of centring young people's well-being and mental health, and how we must create policy and legislation that fits them and their experiences and their needs. One of my own constituents recently told me that both her daughters have needed mental health support, and the main reason for it was because of their issues in school and the stress that came with it. The pressures of our education system are part of that picture and cannot be ignored. Now, we've heard arguments of some of the benefits of exams, and we should try and find a hybrid model that is adaptable, where schools can adapt how they test or assess the ability of individual children, rather than force them down a single cookie-cutter, regimented process that doesn't show their capabilities, their intelligence, or their resilience. And resilience, to teach children about resilience, it has to come in real-world scenarios. And exams which concentrate stresses in in 2-hour chunks across end of year in an academic year, I don't believe reflect realities of life. We all experience stresses, and we should all be able to try and deal with them. But I don't believe, as the honourable member mentioned, that they do help strengthen children's resilience. So, with the independent curriculum and assessment review expected soon, we do have a crucial opportunity to rethink how we assess young people. Reform must place well-being, creativity and fairness at its heart, because a child's worth should never be defined by how they perform under pressure, but by the full range of their potential. Thank you.